podcast, where we talk about real conversations that you can feel. I am your host, Rikki McCoy, a licensed clinical social worker and holistic therapist in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm excited to be here with you all for another episode of the Therapy with Rikki podcast. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Y'all, please take a moment to subscribe. Take a moment to share this episode with somebody that you feel can benefit from the vibe. And if you have been tuning in for some time, welcome back, y'all. It is holiday season, and I'm so excited to be here with you all for an episode focusing on my 30-day manifestation and meditation challenge. And we are in week 4 of our challenge, y'all. So yay! Take a few moments, congratulate yourself if you've been with me on the challenge, if you've been tuning in to the podcast, or if you're in the Flourishing Minds Collective, which is my online community where we provide support and talk about all the things, mental health, self-care, awareness, and we really support each other on our wellness journeys. And we've been doing the challenge in the virtual community. So if you haven't signed up, it's not too late. Y'all go ahead and sign up to the community. If you are looking for some mentoring, some support, some community of like-minded people, a resource library focused on like holistic therapy, mental health, wellness tools, I have a library in there for you. We do virtual workshops, we do community meetups, and we do all the things, okay? So week 4 focuses on expansion and receiving. So we've been talking a lot about being who we want to be as our higher self. We've been talking about embodying what it means to walk in some of our manifestations. And this week we're focusing on making room to receive and let abundance in. So let's get into it. We really want to focus on how to move from trying to allowing and shifting into receiving energy. And a lot of us struggle with what it means to receive, especially if you are a Black person, right? Because a lot of us might not have been taught that we are worthy of receiving without having to overextend ourselves, right? Without having to overextend in our work, in our relationships. You are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of joy. You are worthy of healing just by simply existing. You're definitely worthy of rest, right? And so I like to remind you of some of those things through the podcast and some of the wellness offerings that I offer. But we want to talk about why receiving is so hard, which I just kind of highlighted on. It really has a lot to do with that hyper independence, right? Maybe some childhood conditioning, maybe feeling undeserving for whatever reason, whether you grew up not really learning how to show up and receive all the things that you deserve, or fear of good things not lasting. And so sometimes we have this fear that like something bad is going to happen, or, you know, we're waiting for that something to fall on us. Y'all know that saying where it's like we're waiting for something bad to just fall off the sky. But you really are worthy of receiving good things, okay? So I want you to take a moment. I want you to settle into your seat. And we're just going to take a gratitude breath for being, grateful for showing up, grateful for tuning in, grateful for where you are in this season as we wrap up December. Now take a moment and inhale. And open mouth, exhale. Really let it out. Loosen up your shoulders. Relax your forehead. All the things. And let's get into this receiving energy, okay? So when you're receiving, it's all about fear. It's all about our nervous system. It's all about really rewiring some of our ideas around fear and really settling into how to soothe your nervous system as you try new things, as you get outside your box, okay? And I want you to know that just because something feels scary or it feels there's a fear associated with it, does not necessarily make it a bad thing, okay? A lot of times it's just that we are getting outside of our comfort zone and it's something new. Yogi. Y'all say hey to Yogi. You may hear him down here chewing on my chair, okay? But yeah, I want you to really ask yourself in this moment, think about your nervous system, think about your triggers and all the things that kind of show you that your nervous system is in fight or flight. Can your body hold joy? How does it feel for your body to hold joy? A lot of times we know what it feels like for our body to hold fear, right? We get that fight, that flight, that freeze, that fawn, right? We really get into those moments of panic and defense mode, right? When it comes to our nervous system. But can you make space in your nervous system to receive joy? What does it feel like to be happy? What does it feel like to be joyful, right? What does it feel like when you're practicing some of those joy actions that we might have done earlier on in the challenge, okay? And then I want you to think about any guilt that comes with abundance. Do you have any guilt beliefs around abundance? There was a show, I think the show was called Survivor's Remorse, where a lot of times when we're making it out, when we're the first person to make it out of the neighborhood, when we're the first person to move out of state, a lot of my first generation college students, we hold a lot of fear and just guilt around making it, okay? So do you have any thoughts that you need to release or reframe around being successful, around going to the next level, around doing what you need to do, around any habits that you feel like you need to change as you are moving higher in your purpose, right? As you're moving higher in your being? Everybody can't come. Some of our habits can't come. We have to relearn and learn new ways of being. And a lot of times that means being around new community, being around different environments that are going to be good for our nervous system, right? Really creating that peace in your life, in your home, in your environment, in your relationships. So I want you to think about any guilt associated with abundance. It may come with some breakups. It may come with some friend breakups, some intimate partner breakups. It may come with letting go of some jobs, some environments, some things that just really no longer serve us. I want you to sit with any guilt that may come up as a result of making it to that next level, y'all. Okay? And that fear that we get around outgrowing people. It's a real thing. A lot of us stay stuck in our cycles because we don't want to let certain people go. We don't want to let certain neighborhoods go. We don't want to let our friend group grow that we might have outgrown, right? And it's not that you have to cut them off completely. Maybe you do. But figure out how you can create some distance. Figure out how you can grow a like-minded community that's talking about abundance and wealth and success and better habits, right? Better wellness techniques, better self-care. I'm really getting around those types of people because it will encourage you to want more and to do better, which is why we have the community, right? Because we can support each other on this journey. So really think about any fear that you have associated with outgrowing people. And then you want to expand your capacity. So in expanding our capacity, a lot of us are doing a lot of things by ourselves, right? We're in that hyper independent trauma response, survival mode way of being, but we really need community. We really need support. It's really important that we build support around our life, around the things that we have going on in partnership. Like we really should have people that are pouring into us and really showing up to help us in our lives, right? But that starts with you feeling comfortable asking for help. How comfortable are you asking for help? How comfortable are you letting people know what your needs are in your connections, in your relationships, if you need to delegate in the workplace, right? How comfortable are you putting some of those people in place to help support your vision, to help support your dream, to help support your life, even if that might be in your household, your partner helping support the goals of the household, helping support around raising the kids, right? Like we really need these supports, and a lot of that will happen with you being comfortable asking for help and knowing that help is not a weakness. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to need support. Like we are not here to do life alone. All right. I need my help. Okay. I will ask for help. I will let you know when I'm not really capable of showing up fully to the things. And that just takes you being able to practice asking. And the more you practice asking, the better you'll get. Okay. And allowing that support in. Really, really allow people to show up for you. I had this one moment where I moved into my new space and I needed help organizing my closet. In order for me to move into abundance and to move into this next chapter in my life, I had to let my past life go. And that meant I had to create newness around my home and what it meant to like set up my closet. And it was such a symbolic thing for me that I just could not do it by myself. So I hired an organizer to come in and help me organize my closet, right? You can hire cleaners to come in and help you organize and clean your space. You can hire a financial advisor to help you with your finances if you're trying to get to the next level, or you're an entrepreneur and you don't really know where to start, right? You can hire assistants to help you with certain projects in your business. You can hire help to help you support that vision and that dream, because you're just one person and you can't do it all by yourself. All right. Celebrate your wins, y'all. It's okay to celebrate your wins. And I'm talking like the smallest of wins are still wins. First of all, in this economy, in this life, and what we've been surviving in 2025, getting up every day, showing up, keeping your space organized. For some people, even self-care, showering, right? Doing the hard things. People struggle. People struggle in different ways of life and showing up. So small wins are still wins, in your workouts, in your self-care routine, in your making time for yourself, in you learning how to rest. Like, we take baby steps, right? And the baby steps lead you where you need to get. And they help us get to that big picture. And a lot of times we're looking at that big picture, but it takes a lot of little wins to get there. So make sure you celebrate your wins. And taking bold action. You want to be able to really step outside your comfort zone, do the things, release perfectionism, release any thoughts, any self-sabotaging type thoughts that are keeping you from operating at your fullness. We're not perfect. We will make mistakes along the way. But what matters is that you keep showing up to whatever these manifestations are that y'all want to see flourish in your life, okay? I want you to take a moment. I have some end of the month reflections as we close out. Really, really sit with these questions, okay? The first one says, what has shifted for me this month? So I want you to think about this whole challenge. If you started with me at day one, or if you started somewhere else along the journey, what has shifted in you this month? I know in the community, a lot of us have been focused on those daily practices and really showing up for ourselves every day. A lot of the reflection prompts have been really helpful for us. A lot of people really been showing up in the reflections and recognizing their gratitudes and recognizing what it feels like to sit with themselves and what it feels like to do something joyful, what it feels like to rest, right? What has shifted for you this month in this challenge? What blessing showed up as a result of you showing up? I know for me, the blessing of community, right? Seeing people sign into the community, participate in the chat, really, really rock with the program and the challenge. I even have some of my clients in the challenge. I'm really grateful for a community, and I'm really grateful to know that people really wanted to just participate. People really need community, and that they were just open to trying. So thank you for trying something new. If this was new for you, thank you for joining my community. Thank you for joining me. If you're a client, if you're on social media, whatever the things, y'all, really thank you for trusting me with your vision, okay, and with your life. And what are you ready to call in next? So as we wrap up the 30-day challenge, as we wrap up December, as we start thinking about 2026, what are you ready to call in next in your life? What are you calling in? This is your time. This is your moment to keep calling in what you want, y'all. Speak it, write it down, call it in, claim it. Speak it as if it's already happening, okay? Visualize it as if it's already happening. See yourself in that mode. See yourself accomplishing the things. Feel what it feels like in your body to really, really, truly walk in some of those manifestations that you want for your life, okay? All right, y'all. That's it. Short and sweet. Getting to the point. Thinking about these manifestations, thinking about the next step in your wellness journey, in your higher self. all of the things. I'm so excited to be here. Y'all, let me know how you're doing in the challenge. Join my community if you want to be a part of any upcoming events, any upcoming wellness courses. I have some really dope products coming out, a self-care blueprint ebook to help you really create a perfect self-care for your lifestyle, some affirmation cards that I'm really excited about, and y'all, we're just going to continue rocking in this wellness journey. Okay, I'm going to close us out with a mantra, and I want you to say it to yourself, write it down, whatever you want to do, all the things. Okay, I am open, ready, and worthy of everything aligned for me. I am open, ready, and worthy of everything aligned for me. I am open, I am worthy, and I am ready for everything aligned for me, y'all. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. If you're traveling, if you're spending time with family and friends, really love on yourselves first and foremost. Love on your people. Be grateful for your community. Be grateful for the time off if you have time off from work. Be grateful for your rest. And let's close out this year and get ready for this new year, y'all. Y'all got this, all right? Peace and love.